Let's dive into the most jaw-dropping, top-trending WWE news picks that are guaranteed to blow your mind, including the best and worst of Raw, Sami Zayn attacked after major Raw win, Cody Rhodes' selfish promo on Raw receives massive backlash, Brandi Rhodes reacts to Cody Rhodes crying on WWE RAW, WWE quietly setting up The Rock's huge SummerSlam match, The Rock attacks John Cena for being naked, will The Rock betray Roman Reigns, and more. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's dive right into it. First, let's look at the best and worst of Raw. Number 3. Best. Seth Rollins remains unfazed by the prospect of facing Drew McIntyre. Raw kicked off with an electrifying segment featuring Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. As both superstars passionately expressed themselves, Rollins boldly conveyed to McIntyre that he posed minimal concern in the lead-up to WrestleMania 40. This declaration by Rollins sparked significant intrigue in the storyline, rather than diminishing the significance of their feud. Instead, it intensified McIntyre's determination. Furthermore, it opened avenues for McIntyre to potentially disrupt Rollins and Cody Rhodes' tag team clash against The Rock and Roman Reigns on WrestleMania Night 1. Number 2. Worst. Maxine Dupri faces defeat. For a considerable duration, numerous wrestling enthusiasts have been questioning Maxine Dupri's prowess as a wrestler. Recently, the situation escalated, and WWE had a chance to affirm Dupri's abilities by arranging for her victory in the match against Indi Hartwell and Candice LeRae. However, the promotion opted to portray the Alpha Academy as intimidated by LeRae's verbal jabs, resulting in Dupri's defeat as well. This Raw encounter didn't bolster Dupri's standing, and it presents an area WWE might contemplate revising. Number 2. Best. Becky Lynch beats Liv Morgan and delivers a mic drop moment against Rhea Ripley. Of all the events that unfolded on Raw, one particular match and segment stood out as arguably the most captivating. Initially, Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan engaged in a captivating performance, showcasing their mastery of the ring and inflicting significant damage on each other. Despite Lynch emerging victorious, her encounter with Rhea Ripley added another layer of intrigue. While Ripley appeared poised to dominate the microphone, it was Lynch who delivered a memorable moment, expressing her determination to silence her critics. This segment has significantly heightened anticipation for the impending match between Lynch and Ripley. Number 1. Worst. The Gauntlet match concludes with a controversial ending. The Gauntlet match on Raw showcased remarkable talent and skills from all participants, ranging from JD McDonough to Sami Zayn, each delivering an impressive performance in the ring. However, despite the match of quality, its placement in the worst category is primarily attributed to its outcome, with Chad Gable's numerous mentions of the significance of the Intercontinental Championship and fans rallying for the Alpha Academy leader to challenge Gunther. The victory by Sami Zayn and his subsequent opportunity to face the ring general leaves Gable's future in the promotion uncertain. Number 1. Best. Cody Rhodes discusses the confrontation involving his slap against The Rock. In a recent interview with Michael Cole on Raw, Cody Rhodes discussed a variety of topics, but two particular points stand out. Firstly, the American Nightmare expressed satisfaction in slapping his boss, The Rock, a statement likely to escalate tensions and potentially prompt repercussions from The Rock. Secondly, Rhodes became visibly emotional when discussing his family, revealing a heartfelt side that resonates with many individuals. This emotional depth added to his promo is likely to garner increased support from fans leading up to WrestleMania 40. Sami Zayn attacked after a major Raw win. WrestleMania season is approaching, and on the recent WWE RAW episode, Sami Zayn emerged victorious in a gauntlet match, securing a title shot against Intercontinental Champion Gunther. Notably, Vince Russo, a former WWE head writer, expressed dissatisfaction with the result. The final contenders, Sami Zayn and Chad Gable, vied for a spot at the show's shows, with Sami ultimately prevailing. On Legion of Raw, Russo disclosed his preference for Gable as the winner. He believed Gable's real-life athletic accomplishments and existing history with Gunther would have made him a more credible opponent. There's no doubt in my mind, I think Gable would have been the better choice. For all you know, you had a little story with the daughter. At least there was something there, you know. Gable is legend. I mean, 100% legend. Would Gunther have the height and the weight and all that over him? Absolutely. But Gable is a blue-chip athlete wrestler, the WWE veteran said. Zayn, who headlined WrestleMania last year, is poised to contend for a championship at the upcoming event, marking his second consecutive year in contention following his tag team title victory last year. Which member of the Judgment Day is Andrade replacing? The Judgment Day has established itself as a formidable presence in WWE, boasting 5 prominent members: Dominic Mysterio, Rhea Ripley, Finn Balor, JD McDonough, and Damian Priest. However, there's a possibility the group's ranks could soon expand. Andrade, who recently returned to WWE at the 2024 Men's Royal Rumble match and subsequently joined the Raw brand, is being considered for recruitment by the faction. Dominik Mysterio has expressed interest in Andrade, believing he could contribute significantly to the group's dynamics. While Andrade's potential inclusion is under consideration, it may come at the expense of another member. Damian Priest in particular has shown resistance to the idea. Known for his confrontational demeanor, Priest has been involved in numerous conflicts within the group, particularly with Rhea Ripley and Finn Balor. His contentious nature has led some to view him as the most dispensable member of the faction. Next up, Cody Rhodes' selfish promo on Raw receives massive backlash. Vince Russo, the former WWE head writer, expressed dissatisfaction with Cody Rhodes' recent promo on Raw. Rhodes, during an in-ring interview with Michael Cole, delved into his father's challenges in the wrestling industry. Emotionally, Rhodes recounted the support he received from his family and friends during times when he lacked belief in himself. On a recent episode of Legion of Raw, Russo criticized the portrayal, arguing that Dusty Rhodes should not have won the WWE title due to insufficient promotion. Russo believed that Cody Rhodes invoked his father's story inappropriately, as it didn't align logically. Bro, this has nothing to do with Dusty. Dusty was never a WWE guy, ever. He didn't get cheated out of any title. There were 10 guys before him that were established in the WWE. Cody has made this all about Cody, and quite frankly, he has used the Dusty story when Dusty never should have been the WWF champion. Ever bro, because he wasn't around long enough. Russo recollected WWE's initial promotion of shows in the New York territory, noting that Dusty Rhodes didn't quite align with the wrestling style predominant in that area. He emphasized that Rhodes attained iconic status in regions such as Georgia and Florida, where his wrestling style and persona resonated more strongly with the audience. When you talk about wrestling and the WWF, you always talk about New York. He was never a part of New York ever. Now, if he was in Georgia and Florida for all those years and never won a title, that's one thing. He was never a freaking WWE guy. Can we please get that out on the table? Dusty Rhodes has consistently played a pivotal role in Cody Rhodes' redemption journey. Now the pressure mounts for the American Nightmare to achieve what his father never did, capturing the title and concluding his narrative on a triumphant note. Brandi Rhodes reacts to Cody Rhodes crying on WWE RAW. WWE superstar Cody Rhodes' wife, Brandi Rhodes, recently made a statement following her husband's emotional moment on Monday Night Raw. Last week on SmackDown, Rhodes confronted The Rock, seeking retribution after The Rock insulted their family. However, on the latest Raw episode, Cody shed tears while expressing his desire to win the undisputed WWE Universal Championship for his family. Brandi responded on social media, seemingly taking a dig at the Bloodline faction. She emphasized the strength of her family's bond, suggesting that despite their smaller family tree, they remain steadfast in supporting each other. Sitting here designing an ad for my yoga studio, crying into the rose I shouldn't be drinking. This family tree may not be as big as some, but we go hard for each other. Cody Rhodes, known as the American Nightmare, is determined to conclude his narrative by capturing a world championship at WrestleMania 40. WWE quietly setting up The Rock's huge SummerSlam match. According to former WWE head writer Vince Russo, there's speculation that WWE might be laying the groundwork for a match between Cody Rhodes and The Rock at SummerSlam. Rhodes, who won the Royal Rumble this year, initially set his sights on challenging Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. However, plans shifted when The Rock made his return and announced his intention to face Reigns in what was billed as the biggest WrestleMania main event ever. Despite initial disappointment, Rhodes eventually secured his WrestleMania opportunity, while The Rock aligned himself with the Bloodline faction. Russo highlighted on Sportskeeda Wrestling's Legion of Raw that WWE appears to be building towards a showdown between The Rock and Cody Rhodes. He noted that the two superstars had already exchanged slaps and were central figures in the ongoing main event storyline in WWE. Russo suggested that recent events on SmackDown strongly hinted at an eventual clash between the two men. SummerSlam. Bro, this is getting set up Rock and Cody. I mean, they're the ones slapping each other. I'm watching that promo on SmackDown. I'm like, that's where they're going with this. In the same discussion, Russo argued that facing The Rock would actually elevate Cody Rhodes and elevate him to a higher level of stardom. He suggested that if The Rock were to interfere during the main event on Night 2 of WrestleMania and cost Rhodes the title, it would leave Roman Reigns without any other credible opponents post-Mania season. Presently, Cody and The Rock are slated to be on opposing sides on night 1 of WrestleMania in a significant tag team match, also featuring Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. Next up, The Rock attacks John Cena for being naked. WWE superstar The Rock recently commented on his former WrestleMania rival, John Cena's appearance at the Oscars 2024. The Rock and Cena are two of the most prominent figures in professional wrestling, having engaged in a monumental rivalry that spanned 2 consecutive WrestleManias. Both individuals have transcended WWE to achieve immense success in Hollywood. John Cena made headlines by appearing semi-nude at the Oscars to present the award for Best Costume Design. Numerous photos from the event circulated online, including one capturing Cena shaking hands with his former adversary. During an interview on Jimmy Kimmel Live, Dwayne Johnson was asked why he didn't capitalize on the opportunity to wrestle Cena at the Oscars to promote WrestleMania XL. The Rock explained that he didn't want to attack a partially clothed John Cena. He then playfully agreed with Kimmel's suggestion that he preferred Cena to be fully nude. Right? A half-naked John Cena isn't the guy who I want to attack, Dwayne Johnson said. Jimmy Kimmel asked if Dwayne wanted Cena fully naked. I need him fully naked before I attack him last. That was Kimmel's joke, by the way, he added. And lastly, will The Rock betray Roman Reigns? According to former WWE head writer Vince Russo, The Rock is unlikely to turn on Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Despite speculation surrounding the Great One's allegiance to the Bloodline, he has consistently shown loyalty to the faction, openly acknowledging Roman as his tribal chief. Russo highlighted on Sportskeeda Wrestling's Legion of Raw podcast that there are no signs of strain in his relationship with the champion, making it improbable for The Rock to betray him at this juncture. Russo argued that such a betrayal would be out of character for The Rock, noting that the People's Champ initially turned on the fans due to their rejection of him and their preference for Cody to headline WrestleMania. The veteran writer suggested that deviating from this established persona would be incongruent with the Great One's current gimmick. The fact of the matter is this is a shoot. He tried to come in, he tried to replace Cody. The Cody Crybabies, as he called them, totally 1000% turned against him. The Rock went into FU mode. I think that's the mode that he is. They can certainly do that, but I'd be watching it, and I'd be saying there is no way in the world he would have done that. This past week on SmackDown, tensions reached a boiling point as the People's Champ delivered a scathing promo, mocking Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. However, in a surprising turn of events, Cody retaliated by delivering a resounding slap to the Hollywood star, leaving the Brahma Bull shocked and speechless as the show concluded. With the intensity escalating on the road to WrestleMania, WWE fans are in for an electrifying journey. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe for more wrestling content, and we'll see you in the next video.